I was just told it tastes like bacon, so these are good things. Well, hello good friends, look at us, we're doing it. Some kind of bugs are singing, birds are singing, Blackstone's out. Look what we did. Got it, got it. That was part of my adventure yesterday. So many of you, I just feel the need to click these, right? How can you hold tongs and not click them? Anyway, yesterday, went to Walmart, swiped my card, got this tank, and I own it. And apparently, when it's empty, I take it back. That was $56. You know you've been helping me with all the single mom Blackstone learning stuff things. When that's empty, I'm going to take it back, turn it in, and for $19, I get another one. Life skills. Okay, many of you told me to get the adapter, and this came with it. So this model that I got at Costco had that. Someone has sent me a gauge that I should get that will tell me how much propane I have left. I don't have that, but I did get that link. So anyway, it's hooked up, and we're going to do things, and we're going to do some massive meal prep on the Blackstone. Now, I learn all my best everything from you all. Let's see. Hold on here. I'm going to open this back up. Fire, fire. Good. We got double fire. Turn it down low. Okay. Someone in my second Blackstone video that just came out recently told me to do my breakfast things like pancakes first before everything gets so stinking hot. So you know I am doing all the easy breezy, lemon squeezy cooking things just in general in life, and even more so on the Blackstone here as I get comfortable with it. And I'm also hungry, so all the more reason. I'm going to just fry myself a couple eggs to eat, and then we are taking 4 lonely loaves of bread. We're going to make them into, probably do 2 loaves French toast, 2 loaves eggs in a hole, birds in a nest, Egyptian eye, whatever you want to call them. I have some random things. This is cute. I told one of my guys to bring me a bowl and a whisk, and this is the size whisk he brought me, so I had to get another one. Just thought it was funny. Okay, so we have things out here. Also, because so many of you all, again, fantastic suggestions, told me, hey Jamerrill, have a bucket of water out there and some soap to wash your hands. Look at us. We have that. So we're just going to get going, but we are going to feed the mom, which is me, first. Do I have my meat that we're going to cook today marinated in advance? No. Who are we? That's not us. That's for sure. Definitely do not have that going on. But I have my meat defrosted, which is pretty okay. And as we do, I am going to cook it in lard and Redmond salt, and it'll be delicious and it'll be eaten. So many people have been asking me about marinades and seasoning and all of those really nice fancy things to do for meat, and I'm just not having it. So we have sauces, we have different proteins that we are going to cook today. I have my big hopes and dreams list, and I have less than 3 hours now to get all this cooking done in. So join me for a pretty okay time and mediocre cooking, right? You know that's how it goes. Stay with me, eggs. I'm just going to fry a couple, and then we will get to doing French toast and things. I'm probably going to need some more eggs. I wonder if I have any more. That's, you know, life questions. Whatever we have is what we're going to use. I know I have chicken tenderloins defrosted. I have thick pork chops defrosted. I have a spatula over here. What else do I have? Grass-fed burgers, some kind of sausage, links that can go on a bun that we got discounted at Sharp Shopper that were supposed to be antibiotic free and those kind of things. And we're doing breakfast items. I had fried rice on my list. I don't know now that that is going to happen. I do have 5 zucchinis from a friend's garden. And I do have some hopes and dreams plans that I'll tell you about that we're going to do to this property coming up. So these are all good things. Chatty cooking adventures. All right, I'm going to actually just turn this off for a few minutes. Let those set for a minute. And I say that, and here I am. Oh, let's flip them one more time. And I'm going to eat and plot and plan. I was so hungry and I was like, can't start making French toast and be this hungry. I'm gonna end up eating a bunch of French toast, which is fine if I do it a certain way, but I don't have what I need to do it that way today. And I thought, well, I'm getting ready to fire up this Blackstone grill, so I could just fry myself some eggs first and go from there. Okay, how I do, I walked a quarter of a mile while I ate my celery and my eggs. Turn off my little watch. I like to get all the credit I can for my miles. So I need to check in with how many eggs I have and what that looks like in life. But I have enough eggs at least to do French toast. I mean, it's me. I should have another box or two of 60 eggs. We should have 60 to 120 eggs in there. Just to get us going, though, I'm going to eyeball doing enough eggs for 2 loaves of French toast. I told one of my people to set a timer for 30 minutes and then come check in on me to see what I need. So my list for them is check in on the egg situation. What else was it? I feel like it was a couple things. That's the biggest thing coming to mind. Yes. Yes, no, I don't know. It's okay. It'll come back. Also, I'm slowly collecting stains on this shirt already. I dropped some of my mashed avocado on it, and I'm like, okay, well, this might be a 2 or 3 shirt video. I'm not wearing no apron, but the stain came from me eating. So, you know, I guess I'm not going to wear a bib either, but maybe I need to. Several of you have asked me why I don't set the Blackstone up right outside my kitchen. And it's because of life. Right outside my kitchen is scooters and Power Wheels Jeeps and Crocs and cat food and, you know, other adventures. Plus, it's in the driveway. That's not as great as being out here in the green grass, and there's cars. I don't want to set up over there. If I'm going to stand and cook for 3 hours or so, I want to be out here a little bit. Now, we did go ahead and set the tent up again because earlier today it was pretty cloudy. Wasn't quite sure which way weather report the Virginia weather was going. It was actually chilly this morning. Like, hello, it's August now, so let's start having a little fall preview. I know it's just pretend, though. Let me get these shells out. Get out of there. Come on, little shell. So anyway, I don't set up near the kitchen because I like playing outdoor kitchen away from the house a little bit. And yeah, we've got to carry some stuff out, but we'd have to carry stuff out there. Plus, I'd have to move kids' happiness And even while I'm filming, they're gonna be riding on scooters and doing Jeeps and all of those adventures. Hey, will you bring me out like a cup of milk for this? So I have someone who is coming to check on me. Hey, and the bottle of vanilla also. I told him bring me a cup of milk and the bottle of vanilla. That's pretty good. Guess I could have also asked for cinnamon, but we'll stop somewhere. Okay, so I'm just gonna whisk these for a moment. But slowly, doing these Blackstone cooking videos, you all are giving me so many tips. We're getting some good systems in place. I now have a big canister of propane. I mean, you know, big for me. This is, again, my 3rd time using this Blackstone. And the food that I cook, probably today will be enough for 3 to 4 days. And it's fun. You know, it's fun to have fun, but you have to know how. Us and Dr. Seuss, right? And this is just my idea of a good time and fun. All right, so we got some milk delivered. We do have another box of eggs. Sorry, my back's turned to you for a minute, but I was doing an egg handoff. We are going to get to doing this French toast on the Blackstone. All right, trying to get our workflow set up here. We'll probably just start filling this. That will be good. Did I spray this? I already forgot if I did. I think I did. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. Took a minute. A moment. We will see how many slices of French toast I can get on this Blackstone. I can put them a little closer. And I really can't get another piece on there, I don't think. Okay, might as well space them out then. 4 in a row. I'm thinking 12. Maybe a little more. So back to not setting up right outside my kitchen. It's a high family traffic area. We're back here privately, so it's not like I don't live on a busy road. I'm rural and we've got a private driveway and all that, but family traffic is the biggest thing. I have people out here doing things, but to give them their space to have their happy Saturday and me, my space to cook this food for us and talk with you and film. I mean, not that we're not going to have samples given, and not that, oh, hold on, let's wash our hands, and not that they won't come visit, and not that I won't do Lego negotiations, and not that I'm not going to have 3 of them right there at the stump playing, or right here in our little fire pit circle on hammocks. They will be around, but this gives me a general space to work from and learn this Blackstone and listen to the birds and listen to my audiobook and again talk with you. So now I'm super tempted, you know I'm tempted to turn it up, but let's just look at this back one. I am going to turn that up a little bit. Just let me do a medium, okay? Will you be okay? I think we can do it. And if I'm able to do 2 loaves, I just don't know. 10 people, let's see, probably 4. 2 to 4 won't actively eat this French toast. So that means 6 to 8 will. And even if 6 to 8 had 2 slices, I don't feel like 2 slices of French toast is enough for a meal. So it could easily, for most of them, become 3 or 4. If we had protein with it, especially like preschooler, 2 slices of French toast, I mean, he might do 1 and then like a sausage link or something. I do have ground sausage that I'm defrosting, and I have ground beef that I'm defrosting, that we're doing another massive freezer meal project starting here soon. But that food won't be ready by the time this food is being eaten. I do want to do some things like homemade sausage gravy. You know, let's get a couple gallons of sausage gravy in the freezer. Let's get some spaghetti sauce and some taco meat and some of our tried and true Save a Mama Life favorites that are so helpful to have on hand. And I went through today and counted how many packs of ground beef we have left. We have 27, and they're 2-pound packs. So that's 54 pounds of grass-fed ground beef left from the full cow we bought a year ago, and then we're out. I was thinking I had enough ground beef maybe to last until October. I almost said August, but we're here. And I don't know. I took half of it. I have half of it defrosting, and then I have about 12 pounds of sausage, ground sausage that we got in the rolls. They're like 2 to 3 pound rolls that we got, probably 2 pound rolls we got at Sharp Shopper. And so we're gonna get cooking for that project here in a few days and see how far we get. Now these will probably cook a little too quick, right? Okay, these are probably finishing up. That back part may not be heating up as fast as this front part. Okay. Anyway, 2 loaves of bread, that might be 2 to 3 mornings of breakfast options. And some folks just fry their own eggs, get the bagels out, make their own breakfast sandwiches, because I haven't had any available. And hey, life skills, independence, know how to make your own breakfast sandwiches. So that's also good. Low heat, low heat. I like it. What is it? Christine over on Frugal Fit Mom. Doesn't she have a shirt that says low cooking is for cowards? Something cute. I'm pretty sure she says that. But I've seen things. I'll burn something even on low heat. Yes, I will. So coming up, we do have adventures happening in this yard that I will share with you as they happen. I think, if I have the emotional capacity at that time to do it. But many of you heard me say and listened and gave me your thoughts, and I appreciate it, when I thought I would be moving in 2025. And let me just tell you, life is such an unexpected rodeo that bingo card, it could happen, right? But right now, I don't think I'm moving in 2025. Okay. And since I'm not at this moment in time, I'm thankful if I don't have to do that right now, but also if I have to, we'll do the thing, right? But while I'm here, I shared this with you in a recent freezer cooking video because, you know, you watch me cook and you listen and we chat about life and stuff and things. And so, if you missed that, I was sharing about how remember back when we had the barnyard here? You know, I had my 2020 sudden homestead and we had our chickens and our goats, and eventually I had 2 different cows and just all kinds of hopes and dreams. Have my hopes and dreams garden here. All of those things that crashed. Okay. So what I have now, 2 years later, is I have fencing that's falling down everywhere. I have a whole woods that's fenced that, like, my folks can't even play in that woods because it's wrapped in this fencing that's falling down, which was going to be for pigs. And there's 7 acres, and we probably have, I'm looking, 3 to 4-ish acres. And dilapidated fencing isn't too inspiring. Also, it would be nice, like, okay, we should be able to run and play through that woods. I don't know if you can see it on camera or not, but there's just woods and lots of trees there. And then behind me, where the Hopes and Dreams garden is, there are no hopes and no dreams in that garden. I really checked in with myself, and I thought eventually I would feel okay about gardening in that spot again, and I'm like, yeah, no thanks. Okay. So, those garden beds are dilapidated. We did plant onions in there early this summer. I don't want to, but I don't have to. Like, even saying it, I'm like, yeah, no, my body just doesn't want to be there. But what I would love is to not see 10 to 15 feet of overgrown sadness and know what's in there. I just want to get that out and, like, let's, you know, run like we used to do there. Also in our barnyard area, just more room to run. So I have friends that are coming with their bush hog. They're going to take down the dilapidated fencing. They're going to pull up the old garden beds for me and just help me get those areas also cleaned up. And that is sad in some ways, but is also normal progressive healing. So welcome to the Blackstone, where we get therapeutic conversation and big batch French toast. I do have a good bit of eggs. I think I can finish this loaf. Okay. And of course right now I'm like, oh, maybe we'll do 3 loaves of French toast. Because, you know, we can always freeze it. And hey, look, we meal prepped. Maybe first week of October we'd pull out that batch of French toast. I think my goal for next year at this location will just to maintain my garden beds around the house. Last summer, somehow I did. I looked at pictures. I'm like, how did I do that? I think what happened last summer, because last year I looked into a yard service that my neighbor uses, and they come once a week usually, and they mow about the 4 acres for me. And also in the fall they'll get the big leaves, because that's a big thing. I worry about kids in the fall with big leaf piles and snakes and things. You know, I am a country girl. I'm not too fearful, but things like shoes and snakes and leaves, like, you know, we gotta have some sense. You gotta survive living in the country. And I know even last summer hiking, I was with some friends, and it was a maintained trail. It was a trail that I had for probably a decade. I've taken my kids there many times. It's very kid-friendly, family-friendly. We came around the corner and there was a rattlesnake. And if my kids would have been with me, they'd run ahead and all of that. They would have been right there. So we got marked safe from that, but it's a reminder. We do have copperheads and rattlesnakes in our Shenandoah Valley area, yard service will mow my leaves for me, and that is very nice. And last year, I believe what I did, but it's hard to keep it all straight because, you know, a year is a decade and a month is a year. So many adventures in the past 2 years. So I think last year I had them mulch for me. They didn't put the plastic down, but they at least mulched. And I planted sunflowers. And then, of course, you know, I have my hostas and my lilies that come up. This year, it just all got away from me, and hello August. So I didn't even buy hanging ferns this year, and I've always bought ferns and plants and stuff. But I had the pressure thinking I was also getting ready to move. Now, if I would have had to move now, or when I do need to move in the future, I will buy some plants and all of that. But I usually do it for myself because I enjoy it. That's okay. We got some things done. Hey, we went to Outer Banks. Hey, we've got 2 more camping trips coming up. I've got a very fun trip to see Hamilton. I'm going with one of my grown-up kids, and we are going to spend 3 days and 2 nights, and we are going to see Hamilton and do the art museums and all of those fun New York City things together. So that's something fun to look forward to coming up. I did see Hamilton. I took my oldest daughter for her 16th birthday as a surprise to see it at the Kennedy Center a few years ago. And I would love to take my whole household to Broadway. We've seen one other Broadway show. We saw Anastasia, maybe 2018. I don't know if those videos are still up over here, but I do have vlogs with that. And that was fun. I guess, I think I'm going to do a 3rd loaf. I don't think I need 2 loaves of birds in a nest. I think 1 will be fine. And I've made those in advance before, and people have, you know, eaten them hot or reheated them, no problem. So we'll make the best with wherever we end up, that's for sure. And as I have said, when people ask me about my kitchen, how will I cook and film without my kitchen? I've only had this kitchen a few years, and I've been on YouTube over a decade now, and we have cooked in 4 different kitchens plus vacation kitchens. So whatever kitchen I land in for whatever time, we'll be cooking, that's for sure. Alright, so I have just a little bit of eggs left, and I think we will do 1 more loaf. They brought me way too much milk. I'm so sorry, milk. I did say for them to bring me a cup of milk, and that milk is in a cup, so there we go. Let's see here. Move this over, and these out. Okay for a minute. I promise to try to be so quick. Blackstone, just so quick. We're going to talk to the Blackstone, and it will talk to us. Stay out, eggshells. We really don't have time for that. I should. I just heard you say that I should put my bread under it and catch the egg. Whoever said it, I heard you. Maybe you were in South Africa, but I heard you say it. I appreciate the tip. And you're right. Let's not waste a drip of egg. It's true. Feel like we've got a pretty good system going now with this French toast. Sorry, kids, life. Pros are talking to us too. Probably warning the others about cats in the yard. Oh, that's another question. I feel like a lot of questions I answer in different videos. Then I'll get new viewers who are curious. Maybe people who watch me feeding 75 chickens in 2021 and just want to know, hey, where are the farm animals these days? So when my life imploded 2 years ago this month, and I had a full barnyard, just had my dream Jersey cow AI'd. She's gone on. She had a beautiful heifer calf, and she is the perfect dream dairy cow for the family that I passed her on to. But when life imploded, and just fill in the blank, like worst possible implosion train wreck that you can have. And I had myself and a whole bunch of kids, right? And I had a farm and an AI'd cow and 14 pigs and 100 chickens and meat birds that needed butchering and all of those things. And you know what? When safety becomes your number one priority, the 100 chickens are not the priority. And so at that time, I wasn't sure. Like, we were obviously still feeding our animals, watering our animals, caring for our animals. I knew that I could not keep hobby farming in the middle of life implosion crisis. So there was another family that I saw that I knew locally that had all the same animals that we had. They had cows, they had cooney pigs, they had chickens. We just matched so much. And they also had even more land and all of those things. So I just reached out and I was like, hey, my life has imploded. I have to focus on myself and my children. I have a whole farm complete with a Jersey cow that's AI'd and meat birds that are ready to be butchered. Would you like these? Can I bless you with my farm? And I not only gave them all the animals because I wanted to make sure everything was cared for properly, I also gave them a bunch of my equipment, like my meat, what was it? My yard bird chicken plucker, those two chicken tractors I showed you. This was like early, if you go back to the videos, early summer 23. I had two really nice movable chicken tractors that I had built, delivered early summer 23 for the meat birds I was doing that year. I just, you know, if I have the life space to hobby farm, I love poultry. Okay, I love chickens, I love turkeys, I love ducks, I love guinea hens. I just think it's great, and kids love them, and they're all named, and it sounds like a jungle out here with the guineas. Those are good memories we get to hold on to. So I gave that family our entire farm to add to their farm. They processed some of the pigs. They processed all the meat birds. They filled their freezers with animals that I gave them, and they continued to grow their farm with animals that I gave them. And even now, I'll see pictures of that cow, and I'll see her with her heifer that she had, and I know that they are so loved. So part of the story on why there's not a farm here right now, and where all the animals went. And also, guess what else just inspiration struck and we're going to do? We're going to do grilled cheese. We got some loud whistling in the background, and that at least is happiness. But we were working on organizing and cleaning out and just moving some things around in freezers this morning. Anyway, and in cleaning out a shelf on the freezer, we still had a stack of freezer sandwiches, which, you know, I love doing even peanut butter and jellies for the freezer. Why? Well, be a homeschool mom, going on a field trip, going to homeschool group with half a dozen or more children, and if all you have to do is take your sandwiches from the freezer the night before and grab those and some fruit, some crackers, something, throw it in an Aldi bag, get to homeschool group the day of, like, it's just it. All those little time savings are important. So I still will prep things like PB&J, homemade Uncrustables, even though Walmart and Costco have been keeping me in my Uncrustables the past year or so, and whenever I've traveled for business trips and such, I have ordered them. No shame in this mama game, ever, right? Whatever mama has to do to get it done is just fine, just fine. So we do have, though, a variety of cheese sandwiches. And whenever I just saw one of my fellas and I was like, hey, would you refill your mama's water bottle? He said to me, oh, yummy, is that French toast? Yes, baby, we're gonna have 3 10 by 15 tubs of French toast. And he said, are you doing grilled cheese too? And I was like, I wasn't, but I could, right? And he's been bringing out shirtful, 2 big t-shirt fulls of prepped grilled cheese sandwiches. We're just gonna do these on the Blackstone, and that is very camping prep of us, right? And they will, so, hey, it's lunchtime. Hey, sweetie, would you bring me a platter? Even the one with flowers behind the Vitamix is fine, just don't run with it. He's double digits, he can handle it. I mean, I say that. Anyway, oh, this isn't turned on. I had turned it off there for a minute. You good? You good, Blackstone? I don't know if that one did come on, did you? Hold on. Yes. Okay, I know where to look now. Good deal. Okay. So, we're meal prepping lunch. And if any are left that are not eaten, because I don't know if am I doing 24? Some will eat 2. Some will eat 1. Thank you so much. Just put it there. And if you go in and set the microwave timer for 15 minutes and come back, I will give you a whole platter of grilled cheese. Okay? Love you. Love you. So, add that to our check the box of our Blackstone cooking. And we could take a whole loaf of bread and go ahead and, you know, do our cheese sandwiches, put it back in the bread loaf, and then just take that in the cooler for camping this fall. Our grilled cheese, even easier, right? Okay. And I would like to, of course, you know, slather these with butter on both sides, but they'll be okay. In my book I just finished last week, The Glass Castle, during one season of her life, her grandma was sending her to lunch. I mean, she at least had food because she had had so many times with no food, but she's being sent to lunch with 1 lard sandwich a day. So it was a spoonful of lard spread on 2 pieces of bread, and she was glad to have it. She still had to go through trash cans and things for food, but that's what I think about when I think about sandwiches right now. Well, we're not eating lard on bread, but we are having cheese sandwiches from the freezer in some avocado oil on the Blackstone. These are going to be delicious. Here's our platter. So it was a pretty good deal. Everybody is used to living with me and used to setting timers for different things. Okay, so here's our last of our French toast. And I will also send the French toast in. Okay, so we have a hole in that container, but some of these are stacked a little high, so we will share. These that have 3, we'll just make sure we're nice and evened out. But hey, look, we meal prepped French toast on the Blackstone. So we will send those in the house in a minute, and we will see how these are going. Did I get too distracted? I think we're doing pretty well. I might regret not buttering them. I don't know. That one's a little dark. I think this middle section heats up quicker. Feel like I need to hit them with some kind of cooking fat. Okay, we lost 2. 2 got donated to the country critters in the grass. Oh, these were supposed to go on the platter. Hold on. I did have a platter arrangement. I also just said to one of my fellers, hey, why don't you bring me a stick of butter and a butter knife? I think it's going to be okay. They're kind of glistening with avocado oil at this point. And you can tell we had some sharp shopper cheese sliced on these. Let's see, and if I flip them over, they won't know those are heels. You all taught me when you have sandwiches and you have heels, you flip the heel part to the inside. And no one knows, but maybe I had helpers putting these sandwiches together for me, and they don't know those tricks because I have not instilled that. So I do see the butter coming towards me. Those are looking good though. Look, beautiful sunshine, grilled cheese on a platter. Are we Pioneer Woman? No. Will we use her platter? Yes. Birds are singing. Okay, I sent the stick of butter back. I was like, I think our first batch was okay. Okay, well these are PB&J. I'm doing it. I'm going for it. Because grilled PB&J, I think it'll be delicious. Here's the 2 PB&Js left from the freezer. Another PB&J, we'll keep those over there. I think grilled PB&J sounds delicious. Do you want to try a grilled PB&J too? Alrighty, so you know what I don't have? I don't have my water bottles out here. Any water to clean the Blackstone yet. That is something that we will have to remedy here in a minute. sure I'll have some more coming to, well, I should have someone with that timer set to come and save the grilled cheese here in a minute. I do have someone running around the yard with one, so they will tell the others. That one still has some issues. Okay. It's a grilled PB&J. I will have to tell them the ones on the side are only if you feel like having a little adventure. That seems to be the hottest spot on here. Get over there. No, don't slide off, cheese. Okay, so we need to go get some water and deliver some grilled cheese. Alrighty. So now we're gonna flip, I think. Well, no, we still got the birds in a nest to do before meat. Okay, doing things. Okay, sweetie, so these are actually grilled PB&Js. There were 3 PB&Js, but I mean, that sounds delicious. The rest of these are grilled cheese, so you can just take that in and serve them out and have a great time. All right, so I've got little cutters here, and we are going to do these birds in a nest now. And in the past, I have buttered, but I have cooked little circles too. I did spray some more avocado oil on there. It's been so long since we've made these. I asked one of my people, like, what did I use to cut the circles, the holes in those with? Someone told me a coffee cup. I'm like, I don't think so. And then someone said, these little cutters. I said, okay, yeah, that's probably it. And so we call these birds in a nest. I've heard other people call them Egyptian eye. Sometimes we call it egg in a hole. There's all kinds of different little names for it, but it's just as simple as cutting a hole out of a slice of bread. And now many times I like to butter these. That also is fantastic. I'm getting my heat going there again. And we are going to then just crack an egg. And hey, I got a double yolk from a store-bought egg there as well. And we just cook them this way and then flip them over. So there is no butter. I am using avocado oil on the Blackstone. And then of course, you know, I've been working through using a lot of lard. So that's on there somewhere, but I didn't load up lard on the Blackstone on this time. We also usually toast those little circles, and these are great to meal prep. I will do a big batch of them. Folks will eat them on this day as well, but then the next day we microwave things to warm them through many times, and they're done. And people will have, I mean, I even have some of my folks who will make sandwiches out of them. So that's delicious. Like put a piece of sausage between 2 birds in a nest there. You can also throw a piece of cheese on there. All kinds of ways you can do it. And so I've got my assembly line going. I also have my cauliflower rice there because I had my sudden like, oh, let's do some low carbish, keto-ish, whatever you want to call it, fake fried rice situation. I was all inspired for that as well. So the frozen cauliflower rice could just sit there for a little bit and like it, and we would get that going on the Blackstone coming up as well. And now I'm sprayed it down and I'm getting the next load going, and that is going to be that for this. I did 1 loaf of the birds in a nest this go round. I know the first time I did this, everyone just thought it was so amazing, and now it is a quick family favorite whenever I get these done. Okay, so for today, I want to cook on this Blackstone here in real time. I know it'll be 15 minutes YouTube time, but in real time I want to wrap this up here within the next hour. And we do have quite a bit that, I mean, any of these things can be dinner for tonight. I am inspired to at least do some of the tenderloins now, some broccoli, basically some chicken tenderloin fried rice situation, but we're going to use cauli rice instead. One extreme to the other. So hey, look, we meal prep breakfast. Now we're going to meal prep some dinner. Go from there. Come on, little pieces. And actually I can turn this off in a minute. They like these little toast circle pieces there. Well, one got donated to nature. Okay, I will send those inside. We did those. Proud of us. So this is just under 6 pounds of tenderloins. It was like 5.9, so I can note I can get about 6 pounds of tenderloins on this one. I had my timer set for 3 minutes. Well, I'm going to move some of this around. I want to hit it with some liquid aminos and sesame seed oil. And I want it to keep cooking in that. I'm going to move some tenderloins around here though. Be bold and put my heat up a little bit. So what I'm getting inspired to do, nothing to do with breakfast foods, is some low-carbish fried rice situations here. I had one of my teen guys, hold on here, I don't want to go too wild with this, cut up those 5 zucchinis, and we have some broccoli. Of course, we're cooking everything in lard, and I have some sesame oil. Is that one open? Yes, okay. Just trying to lightly drizzle this. Not every human here is going to like, well, not everyone cares for fried rice made with brown rice or white rice. Several of them definitely won't care for it with cauliflower rice. But there's chicken, and there'll be vegetables, and you can choose your own adventure. And we were almost out of the coconut aminos. I just sent one of my guys. He went to get me some liquid aminos, accidentally dropped it, lost the lid, but that's okay, it all works. And now we're just rolling through, getting these chicken tenderloins in the container. I do have some folks who came to get samples of those, so everybody likes to sample Mama's outdoor kitchen cooking that we're developing here. And now I am taking a moment to clean off the Blackstone from that chicken, and we will keep on trucking. I've been checking in on those tenderloins, and they are mighty fine. So I just had someone come out and ask if they could have some more meat. We had a delivery that I needed them to take into somebody in the house, but my people will come back. And hey, look, we're using the lard that we processed this winter. This might be my last jar of it, honestly. We have lots of tallow. Tallow's great. That's what we'll be using next, but you know, I just like the lard. I like the lard in the yard. Okay. Stay there. All right. Scissors, maybe? No. Okay. Circles. Turn some circles with your broccoli. So we're gonna do our broccoli here. I'm trying to be sensible and only do enough for tonight. It really burns, but I also want to wrap this up for today. Tomorrow we will get back out here and work on this project some more. So I'm trying. This is me trying to be sensible, okay? It's not perfect. I don't like it. I do not like it, but I do like being done for today. Now I'm going to do some red mint salt, and also towards the end of their cooking time here, I'll throw some liquid aminos and sesame oil on them. Then we're going to do cauliflower rice and fried egg situation for our little choose your own adventure time. Hey, you want to try a piece of chicken? Yep. Okay. It's the reason you came up here. It's hot. It's good though. Hot and ready. I was just told it tastes like bacon, so these are good things. I'm going to eat one more. Okay. Mom tax. Timer set for that. there's probably about half of us, about half the folks here are going to dig into this zucchini and broccoli tonight. So that's only 5 people, right? Only. And if there's any leftovers, then I'll just eat that for breakfast tomorrow, honestly. I must test some broccoli. Ooh, hot. Give it a moment and I'll test it. Maybe that's all the moment it gets. Still. Okay. Good broccoli. Such a precious little amount. I feel like this zucchini might need another minute. Okay. We blackstoned this zucchini to death. I'm gonna call it good. Now when I do the fried rice, I am going to at the end mix in some of the zucchini and broccoli. Not all of it, but some. Cauliflower rice is still frozen, so we're gonna deal with some moisture there. Okay, more lard. You know it. You know what's good. My lard is liquid now. We are obviously running for the back today. I must be at an angle. Didn't really pick up on it until now. Oh well. Oh well, oh well. Now, I don't think I have my scissors out here. Maybe. There we go. Can find something to stab it with. These blends of cauliflower rice from Sharp Chopper smell so good because they already have olive oil and herbs and garlic and sea salt in them. Back there where all that lard is running. Coat yourself in lard, cauliflower rice. So coating all the cauliflower rice in lard definitely helps, and I am just breaking up the chunks now there with my tool. I always feel like my tripod in the background is like a giraffe or some other little friend in our video. I try to move it around and move it off camera, but it doesn't always work out that way. And so now I'm going through cracking eggs. We're going to get those going, and then I'm going to start mixing that with the cauliflower rice. It looks lovely. It was absolutely delicious. And then I'm gonna start cracking some other eggs, and we'll just load up more on the liquid aminos and the sesame oil and crack some more eggs in there. Extra protein, right? And now I'm gonna also just mix in some broccoli. The broccoli's already done, but I'm just mixing it there with our make it up as we go delicious fried rice. Okay, I think I'm going to stop messing with this now. I think they're probably good. Except, too big of a container for it, but don't lose any now. This is important. And I would just totally mix the chicken with it too, and in fact that's what I will do, but many humans and many options. And so now we are massive meal prepped for several days here. At least with these items, it'll give some options over a few days. I do have many meat products, proteins I had purchased that I didn't get to on this day. But hey, we did a bunch of Blackstone breakfast meal prep, and we did this big dinner. And so I'm hopeful to have another big Blackstone cooking day where we're going to cook the rest of the meat that's in the cooler. So we're going to have another day coming up where I cook through the rest of the meat. I had planned to get it done on this day, but again, I'm happy with what we did get done. We will have other massive Blackstone adventures coming up. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the tips that you gave me to get the bigger propane tank. I did that. I went to Walmart and I got one, and now I own one. And now I'll be able to switch that out. I think it was $56 total to purchase it. And now when I take it to just swap it out, again, Walmart's like 3 minutes away from me. So it'll be, I think it's $19 or so. There might be some places that are even less expensive, but I have to do everything with what's easiest for me that I can actually manage to pull off. You know, me, myself, and I. That's pretty good. Thank you so much for doing all this massive cooking with me. More Blackstone and other big cooking adventures coming up. I appreciate you, and I'll talk with you in those comments below. Bye-bye.